My name is Liang Helen, and this is the paper I'm going to present today. It's called New Regulatory Thinking is Needed for AI-Based Personalized Drug and Cell Therapies in Precision Oncology. Okay. Next one. There's the introduction and the background. So we will delve into how precision oncology is transforming and the challenges that regulators faced in keeping peace. So on rapid developments in genomic analysis, AI and personalized treatments are reshaping cancer diagnosis and therapy. An emergence of advanced therapy medical products, ATMPs, including gene and cell therapies, which are more complex than traditional drugs. And the existing regulatory frameworks haven't evolved at the same pace as these innovations. Lastly, approval process creates bottlenecks, delaying access to life-saving treatments. And AI-driven therapies involve complex interactions between patient data, adaptive algorithms, and therapeutic protocols. Public perception pressured regulators to adapt faster to technically advancements. And let's take a closer look at the ATMPs. And their roles in cancer therapy. So for ATMPs are a new class of treatments. They encompass gene therapies, cell-based therapies, and tissue and engineered products. Unlike the traditional drugs, ATMPs worked by modifying a patient's cell or using engineered cells to target cancer directly. So one of the example is the CAR T cell therapy. In this research, like the patient's own immune cells are genetically modified to better recognize and attack cancer cells. This is particularly effective in some forms of blood cancers, and there is ongoing research to expand this to solid tumors as well. So for regulating ATMPs presents unique challenges. So in US, the FDA regulates these therapies through its Office of Tissues and Advanced Therapies, focus on safety, manufacturing consistency, and therapeutic potential. And also in Europe, the EMA handles their regulations, which involves a more centralized approach, but often leads to longer approval timelines. So understanding these frameworks is very important as we explore how AI can be furthered on personalized ATMPs. And let's explore how AI is revolutionized cancer care, fundamentally like changing diagnosis, treatment planning, and monitoring. So for the diagnosis, AI analyzed imaging and pathologic data to detect cancer earlier and more accurately. And for the treatment and planning, it processes genetic and clinical data to develop personalized treatment plans tailored to each patient's unique cancer profile. And for monitoring, AI continuously evaluates patient data to detect treatment effectiveness and disease progression. And AI predicts how patients will respond to the therapies based on a molecular and genetic information, enable more effective and target treatments. And AI system also adapt to like new information, adjusting treatment recommendations as patients respond to therapy, enhancing flexibility and outcomes. This adaptability challenges regulators accustomed to fixed treatment protocols, highlighting the need for a more flexible regular frameworks. And here's like an example of the EPROs stands for electronic patients reported outcomes for therapy monitoring. This is like a tool collect real-time patient feedback on symptoms and side effects. So AI analyzes this data to adjust treatment promptly, improving patients' quality of life, and survival rates. So AI's transformative impacts offers immersed benefits, but also underscores the necessity for regulatory revolution to keep pace with the same advancements. Having seen like how AI is transforming cancer care, let's explore how AI systems themselves are evolving to enhance precision oncology even further. So for the AI system have evolved significantly. Initially, AI in cancer therapy relied on rule-based decision-making systems. The systems followed predefined protocols and criteria, making decisions based on explicit rules set by human experts. Now we see a shift toward adaptive learning models. So machine learning models can learn from large data sets, improving their prediction over time. This makes them more capable of adapting to a new patient's data and evolving as more information becomes available. So machine learning offers greater flexibility and precision. Unlike the rule-based system, machine learning model can handle the variability and complexity inherited in cancer treatment. And also they help predict outcomes based on diverse input like genomic data, medical history, and real-time health metrics, allowing like more individualized treatment plans. So the implication for personalized cancer therapy are profound. With these adaptive models, oncologists can move forward to standard protocols and provide treatments tailored to the unique characteristics of each patient's cancer. This can lead to better outcomes and fewer side effects. And now here are some case studies, like example. The first one is the clinical decision support system. So what is the CDS system? So they use patient data like lab results, imaging, and medical history to provide personalized treatment recommendations. They are designed to assist healthcare providers in making informed decisions, particularly for complex cases like cancer. And examples including AI-based charting tools. These tools integrate into electronic health record systems, providing insights on most effective treatment options for a given patient. Large language model-based systems are also emerging, which can analyze the clinical data, suggest tailored drug for the oncology patient. And the potential benefits, there are lots of potential benefits. So CDS systems can increase the precision of treatment plans, reduce human errors, and ensure the patients receive therapies aligned with their unique clinical profiles. So this can lead to improved outcomes and more efficient use of healthcare resources. Okay. However, they are facing several regulatory challenges. One major challenge is the variability in classification. So in US, the FDA has taken a more flexible stance by classifying some CDS tools as non-device if they meet certain criteria, such as providing non-urgent recommendations with clear alternatives and a transparent rationale. This has created a more innovation-friendly environment. However, in the EU, like Europe, maintains stricter on the standards. The most CDS systems are classified as medical devices, even when they provide relative low risk recommendations. This means that this system faced more serious regulatory difficulties before they can be adopted in clinical practice. And the validation of the AI models adds another layer of the complexity. So, for example, large language models and generalist medical AI model here stands for GMAI models, can be difficult to validate because they process diverse types of input and they can generate novel insights that are hard to interpret consistently. So this variability makes it challenging for regulators to ensure the safety and the reliability. especially when considering their use in critical decision-making process. This next example is the role of companion diagnostic and complementary diagnostics in personalized cancer therapy. So both of them play a really important role in precision medicine. So for the CDX, the companion diagnosis is a test that determines which patients are likely to benefit from a specific drug, while the other one, the complementary diagnostics, provide additional information about the patient's likely response to a treatment. So they are not strictly required for prescribing the drug. For example, the tissue-based diagnostics can identify genetic mutations or protein markers in a patient's tumor. This helps the doctor to select target therapies that are more likely to be effective for specific patient subgroups. So this improves the outcome and reduce the unnecessary side effects. So their role in determining drug liability is very important. By identifying which patients will respond best to this certain therapy, the CDX ensure that treatments are used in a way that maximize benefits and minimize the harm. So this also aligns with the global of precision oncology, providing the right treatment to the right patients at the right time. However, there are significant regulatory challenges associated with them, particularly when these diagnostics are paired with the AI tools. So in Europe, regulatory pathway for them are fragmented. Different regulators oversee the approval of the drug and devices, which can result in inconsistent timeline and outcomes. This separation complicates the simulation approves for simultaneous approval of a drug and its companion diagnosis, often lead to the delays. And there's the need for more coordinated assessments. So in US, the FDA assesses both the drug and the CDS together, allowing for a more streamlined process. This coordinates the approaches enable faster patients access to personalized therapies. And the rise of AI-enhanced diagnosis further complicates this problem as diagnostics become more integrated with AI, such as those using image analysis or predictive algorithms. Regulators must adapt their framework to evaluate not just the biomarker detection, but also the AI's performance and reliability. So this requires a new guidelines that are still under development. For the third example is digital twins in cancer therapy. So what is the digital twins? Digital twins is a real-time digital representation of a patient's physiological and clinical data. It integrates information from various sources, such as imaging, genetic data, and electronic health records to create a virtual model of this patient. And these digital twins offer numerous applications in diagnosis and therapy. They can simulate how a patient might respond to different treatment options, allowing oncologists to test various strategies virtually before applying them in the real world. This helps refine treatment plans and predict potential side effects. So they have the potential to drive closed-loop therapy with a digital twin. It is possible to continuously monitor a patient's condition and adjust treatments dynamically, and creating a feedback loop that optimizes therapy in real time. This could significantly enhance the personalization of cancer care and improve the outcomes. So despite their promise, digital twins also face significant difficulties when it comes to the regulatory acceptance. So current regulatory framework do not accommodate the flexibility of digital twins. Most regulations require the intended use of medical device to be defined in advance. So this is problematic to digital twins, which are designed to adapt and evolve as new data is incorporated. So this lack of flexibility can prevent the full realization of their potential in clinical practice. And the data interoperability is another important issue. The digital twins rely on the seamless integration of data from different sources without standardized framework for data sharing. Creating accurate and effective digital twins become very challenging. This is a barrier to widespread adoption. And regulatory bodies are starting to consider new approach for the AI regulation. For example, concepts like company level certification rather than the product specific approval could facilitate the deployment of adaptable technologies like digital twin. However, the detailed guidance on how to apply these approaches is still lacking, requiring like further regulatory innovation to enable safe use of digital twin in patient care. Okay, here are some regulatory challenges. So the first, many regulatory frameworks are outdated and they are designed before AI became a significant factor in healthcare. So as a result, they do not count for the complexity and adaptive nature of the AI-driven treatment. So especially for the personalized approach, like the ATMPs we just discussed. And the outdated regulation creates bottlenecks in approval processes, leading to lengthy waiting periods before cutting-edge therapy can reach patients. So another critical issue is that overextension of device regulation to the AI systems. So many regulations treat AI-based decision-making tools as if they were traditionally medical devices, applying strict requirements that they might not be appropriate for AI system. So this hinders the development and deployment of AI models that could significantly improve the patient outcome. So furthermore, there is a fragmentation and contradictions in current regulations. Different rules for drug, device, and AI can overlap or conflict, creating a complex and sometimes contradictory landscape for the developers. So this makes it difficult to navigate the regulatory process efficiently. So kind of like stop or hinder the innovation. And the impact on innovation and patients' access is significant. So delays in the clinical use of adaptive AI models means that the patients missed out the benefits of the latest advanced in personalized care. So addressing these challenges is crucial for creating regulatory environments that support innovation without compromising safety. We need streamlined processes and updated frameworks to ensure that AI can be integrated into clinical practice effectively. And here is the regulatory between like US and European approaches. So in US, there is a generally more regulatory flexibility. So for example, the FDA has introduced as a non-device classification for some of the clinical decision support system that we just discussed. And this classification allows a faster approval process by exempting certain low-risk AI tools from the full medical device regulatory pathway. In the contrast, in Europe, just for the EU, they take a stricter approach. Most of the CDS systems in Europe are classified as medical devices, so they require extensive evidence and compliance checks. So this kind of like slow down the approval process for the AI-based diagnostics and treatment tools, and creating higher burden for developers. And these difficulties infect their innovation. And so, sorry. Okay. 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 So, um, sorry. I think I just get disconnected. Am I still here? Sorry.
You're doing fine.
Okay. Sure. I just get kind of disconnected with the Wi-Fi. Okay. So these difficulties impact the speed of innovation. So for the US, they have like more moderate approach has fostered pro-innovation environment, allowing developers to iterate and improve their AI models more quickly. And in the European, developers face like a more complex regulatory landscape, which can delay the product launch and delay like the product launch time and limit their ability to compete globally. So aligning these approaches could benefit global access to innovative therapies as the more harmonized regulatory environment would enable quicker adoption for new AI-based treatments, allowing patients in both regions to benefit from the latest advancements in personalized care. And some innovative regulatory approaches. And the first one is called N of one trials. So for this one, focus on individual patient responses. Unlike traditional clinical trials that look at a group of patients, N of one trial assesses the effect of a therapy on a single patient, allowing for a highly personalized evaluation of treatment effectiveness and side effects. So this approach could redefine how we assess the BRR, the benefit risk ratio. Instead of relying on world population data, regulators could consider the specific risk and benefits for each patient. This is especially important for the therapies that are personalized at a molecular level, where individual responses can vary significantly. However, there are challenges in advanced generation. Because this trial focused on individuals, it could be difficult to generalize finding in a large population. This poses a challenge for regulators who need to balance individual data with broader safety and efficiency standards. So for the N of one trials hold potential for faster, more tailored approvals. By allowing personalized therapies to be evaluated in real-world settings, they could accelerate the availability of the new treatments while maintaining a focus on patient safety. And the second one is the fast track and airlock programs. So the concept of the airlock classifications allows for earlier market access. This program provides a pathway of medium risk products to reach the market more quickly, with the understanding that additional oversight and data collection will occur after launch. This allows patients to access new treatments sooner while maintaining a focus on safety. There are several examples of such programs in the US. The FDA's breakthrough designation and fast track programs prioritize the review of therapies that address unmet medical needs, allowing for quicker regulatory decisions when compared to standard pathways. Balancing speed with safety is crucial in these programs. So while faster access to innovative treatments can benefit patients, it's more important to ensure that earlier approvals are backed by a sufficient evidence. Post-market monitoring plays a very important role in managing any risks that emerged once a product is widely used. So this approach represents a shift towards more adaptive regulation. They acknowledge the need for flexibility in handling the emerging therapies while maintaining high standard patient safety as well. So here's also the example from the FDA non-device classification for CDS system. So this classification as non-device significantly reduced the regulatory burdens by exempt certain low-risk CDS system from full medical device pathway, the FDA allows for quicker market entry. And this has a positive impact on innovation of AI-guided treatment tools by removing some of the regulatory hurdles. Developers can bring their products to the market faster. And the European has taken a more conservative stance, as we discussed before. Like most of them are classified as medical devices, so it's kind of like slow down the availability of the new AI tools for clinicians in Europe. And the difficulties in this approaches highlight the balance between innovation and regulation as well. Okay, so here's some summary and future directions. So in summary, we have identified key challenges in regulatory AI-based precision oncology. So outdated regulations that do not accommodate the AI's complexity, fragmented rules creating confusion and hindered the progress, and slow approval process delaying access to new therapies. And they're also like ethical consideration, adding complexity to the AI integration. And however, these challenges present opportunities. Innovative regulatory approaches like fast track programs can faster these approvals. And for the adaptive AI model are more precise, personalized treatments, the significant potentially to improve the patient's outcome. So we need to act by updating regulations to align with technician advancements, balancing the innovation with patient safety, and prepare for future AI-driven cancer care. And there's some future directions. So looking ahead to create a better regulatory frameworks, we should collaborate more regulators, industry leaders, clinicians and patients to keep regulation aligned with technological advances, align international regulations to streamline approval process globally, implement flexible regulatory pathway that accommodate the dynamic nature of AI and machine learning. So emphasizing patient-centered approaches, ensure safety and addressing the ethical concern proactively. So recommendations for actions include developing clear guidelines for AI healthcare, establishing testing environments for new technologies, and promoting transparency and fairness in the AI system. So, and also since we still have time, so I can discuss a little bit about like ethical implementation of AI in personalized cancer care as well. So as the AI becomes more integrated into cancer care, we must consider ethical implication of these advancements as well. So informed consent remains very important. Patients need to understand how AI systems are being used in their diagnosis and the treatment, including what data is being analyzed and how decisions are made. So this transparency is very important for maintaining the trust. And AI can also disrupt the physician-patient relationship as AI systems take a longer role in recommending the treatments. There is a risk that the personalized and the expect of care could be diminished. It is important to ensure that the AI is used as a tool to enhance, not replace, and the connection between the patients and the doctors. And also addressing the bias in AI is another challenge. So AI model can extend biases present in their training data, so potentially leading to unequal treatment outcomes. Ensuring that AI systems are transparent in their decision-making processes and are rigorously tested for fairness is a key to maintain equality in care. So ultimately, the ethical use of AI in personalized oncology should prioritize patient autonomy and fairness, ensure that these technologies serve as an important patient care rather than compromising it. So yeah, that's all about my presentation. Thank you.
Wow. So thank you, Karen.